Be the change you want to see in the world. These are perhaps the most famous words about significant cultural change. They were spoken by one of the most notable people of the last 100 years, Mahatma Gandhi. His tactic of using nonviolent resistance confronted suppression by the colonial power of England. A new government evolved. India today is the largest democracy in the world. Looking throughout human history, anthropologist Margaret Mead said that cultural change has always been brought about by just a few people. So, reflect with me on the changes that are needed in your community, whether that is a neighborhood, a town, or a large city. I'll share some experiences of cultural change I have been part of. My wife and I moved to an area in Seattle called Denny, Blaine, and when we arrived, we of course knew nobody. My children were young at the time, and thankfully there were other kids in the area that they got to know. That was a perfect springboard for neighbors to come up with some ideas that would help to build community. Working with the parents of some of my boys' friends, we decided on having a community potluck. We connected with the local police and got permission to cordon off certain portions of community streets. That gave us the ability to have families bring out tables and chairs. People brought and shared food. We may have had as many as 8 families and a lot of children. As I recall, it was a very festive event. The second year we did it, we got Dino the Clown to entertain the kids. It was a wonderful idea. My wife and I also became part of a community on Whidbey Island in a neighborhood of about 6 homes. In order to build community, we talked to our neighbors about having a progressive dinner. One family would host hors d'oeuvres, another family would host a main course, a third family might host mixed vegetables, and a fourth family would wind up with dessert. We made friendships that blossomed into other projects. Humans are by nature social beings. Early humans in the hunter-gatherer period were at the low end of the food chain, faced with predators like tigers and lions. Humans could only survive collectively. What change do you want to see in your community? Perhaps you have already made changes and can reflect on how similar or different your process was to mine. Thank you for listening to this video. Mike, 843-540-7521.